Hi everyone. So today I wanted to do a haul and review on this small Etsy shop that I recently discovered based out of California. It is called Sugar Mood Bath and Body. The owner's name I believe is Carlin, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So I was going to do a wear test and stuff, but I really enjoyed how it was packaged, so I wanted to show that first. Let me go over to the price. There was a 50% off sale going on, so I think that sales are pretty frequent-ish. I'm not sure why the items are 50% off. I'm assuming because some of it was older inventory. So my subtotal or item total was $83.50, but because of the 50% off discount, that deducted $41.77, added tax, free shipping. My total came out to $45.69. And I believe I ordered 6 items total. So that's pretty awesome. So I initially do unboxing videos, but I thought, you know what, let me review this instead. But then when I opened it, I was really impressed. So here we have the box that came in, and there's a bunch of bubble wrap. And then I saw that the pumps and stuff are sent in a separate bag. And I thought that's really cool because I think that's super neat. I haven't seen any Etsy shops do that before. And then I believe this was a free sample. So just to let you know, this particular shop, Sugar Mood Bath and Body, uses a lot of plastic in their packaging and stuff. I know some people are very against it, but I personally believe that if the owner or the person packaging your items feels like there is a need for this protection, I don't find it excessive at all. I have many experiences with Bath and Body Works or other companies where they take the minimalistic packing or protection, and what ends up happening is that there's either a leak, there's a break, and then you have to have the items reshipped, or then you're trying to figure out how to fix the problem that could have been prevented with better packing is what I'm trying to say. So that's all to say that I'm perfectly fine with all of this. So here is a free sample. I wanted to show you that as well, because while this one is not sealed or anything, obviously it's a free sample. Here it is. It is funnel caked whip soap. So I believe in this shop there are body mist, body oils, whip soap, and sugar scrubs. There might be other items that I'm not including, but normally with Lush, some of their free samples, it's very minuscule. But check this out. It's full to the brim. So that's going to be a good way to test this out. In this portion of the video, I just want to show you how neatly it was packaged and what I got. Okay, next one. So here's the item that I was the most excited for, were the body oils. So here we go, frosted sugar cookies. Let me show you this as well, because I did not know that this particular shop did this. Okay, so you know how there are the pumps right here? Well, if you unscrew this part right here, it is safety sealed. Isn't that so cool? I don't know how the shop does it, but it said sealed for freshness. So I guess when you are ready to open it, that is when you can break the seal. So it kind of makes me want to not test them out yet. I don't know. I'm just a little hesitant because I think that seal is so awesome. So that is frosted sugar cookies. So according to my receipt, $16.75 retail price, less 50% off. Not quite sure what that would be, but I was assuming it'd be like $8 and something. And that would be for how many ounces? 2 fluid ounces. See? Oh my gosh. And it has the ingredients as well. I love that. So it says sweet almond oil, organic jojoba oil, calendula extract, vitamin E, and fragrance oil. So there is that one. Let's go on to what else was included. So I also got body mist. I believe this was a part of the Christmas collection. This is Snow Princess, and in this particular case, the pump came with the smaller fragrance mist, because the pumps right here, this is the body oil pump, and then the one for the full size body mist. So there we go. That's another item. And then here we have the vanilla bean swirl. Vanilla bean swirl. And I love how the packaging almost seems like a very fun, whimsical carnival. There is a wooden spoon included. I'm assuming that is for the either the free sample, which is the whip soaped, or the body scrub, which I was really excited to try this one because it was the last of the Fruity Loops scent. So this is an emulsifying sugar scrub. This one was 6 fluid ounces. Oh, and this one's sealed. I personally don't like opening up sealed products because I feel like then it starts that whole like freshness thing. Like, okay, from the time I break open the seal, I have either 6 months, 12 months, 24 months to use the product. So I'm just showing you all of them right here, and hopefully later on in the video I would have used them for a little bit and to give my opinion. Here is blueberry sugar, same deal. If I were to unscrew this, it would be sealed. This one I heard is a little bit tart based on the reviews, but I'm excited to try that out as well. And then I think this would be the last product. So if you can see right here, fully protected. Not surprised that there were no leaks. Last body oil, this one is Cotton Candy Dreams. So I believe that some of these are staples in the Etsy shop. Like, for example, the Snow Princess, where's the other one? Vanilla Bean Swirl, as well as Blueberry Sugar, perhaps. I believe that these are seasonal scents. But there are other ones like Funnel Cake and stuff. That one tends to be there all year round. So in this part of the video, I'll just show you how quick and easy it is to insert the pumps and or the sprays into your Sugar Mood Bath and Body products. So this is how it's going to come packaged. All of them have their individual little Ziploc baggie. I think that is unless you get a like sugar scrub or a whipped body scrub. Okay, so earlier in the video I showed you that if you untwist this part that it comes sealed. It says sealed for freshness. So I have already unzipped or unscrewed that. So the one that would go along with this would be the spray bottle. If you can tell, they're different sizes, so it should be pretty easy to tell which one is for what. This is the size of the larger body mist, so this is the 4 fluid ounces. I also purchased one of the 2 fluid ounces, I believe, but I want to try out this one first. This is in the scent Vanilla Bean Swirl that comes out around Christmas time. I don't know if it'll be back this year, but let's see how easy it is to get off this little seal right here. I'm not sure. I think she has, oh, okay. Awesome. That came out pretty quickly. Ooh, I'm liking how it smells already. So I'm going to just put the mist pump in there. Let's see. Okay, gotta make sure it's on right. Thankfully, I don't have any like body mist body sprays on me right now. So I'm just going to pump out the excess air. I think that was like 3 sprays. So I'm going to ooh, I can smell it already. Okay, there's a little bit of like that alcohol opening. But oh my gosh, this reminds me of Vanilla Bean Noel from Bath & Body Works. But like the scented kind. You know how Bath & Body Works has been messing with their formulas and stuff? Yeah, this reminds me of a very nice Vanilla Bean Noel. Because if you don't know, especially Vanilla Bean Noel of like either 2019 or 2020, it just went horribly wrong and you couldn't really smell it at all in any form. Maybe the body butter, but yeah, no, this one I immediately smelled the scent. Ooh, and it smells really nice. So quick review, Vanilla Bean Swirl. If you want a very nice heavy vanilla, there's almost a little bit of like a syrup. Maybe it might be caramel. Smells really nice. This will be perfect for the winter time because I tend to associate Vanilla Bean Noel for the winter. But of course, if you don't, vanilla is a everyday year-round type of a scent. So I need to test this out to see how long it lasts. But initial impressions of this Vanilla Bean Swirl body mist is positive. I would give it 4 out of 5 stars just on the scent alone. And it's weird because I typically don't like vanilla, but I really like this. So far, this one's good. There is a slight alcohol opening initially. So just be aware that you need to spray that, let it dry down, and then the scent will come through. So yeah, that is it. That is how easy it is to remove this little seal right there when you are ready to use your product. Hi everyone. So the lighting got different because I tend to take showers at night, and I think I already formulated my thoughts over the Sugar Mood Bath and Body products that I recently purchased. So let's go on to each and every product. I definitely have some hits and misses. let's start off with the free sample that I got, which was the whip soap. Okay, so like I said, the first product we have is the whip soap in the scent funnel cake. I believe this is one of the ones that comes back again and again. So initially when I saw the texture, I was a little bit or a lot hesitant because when I think of whip soap, I'm a little bit worried that it's a little bit too conditioning, and I was correct. Also, the scent isn't my favorite, so let me open it up and show it to you. It's almost like a mousse. Dare I say, like a whipped, what do you call it? Like a whipped body mousse, body butter, that type of thing. The scent itself smells a little bit like waxy, or I don't know. I can't tell if it needed more of the fragrance in here, but it doesn't smell super authentic to a funnel cake. I am happy though that there's not a lot of cinnamon. So I'm thinking either the scent that I'm getting is that fried, kind of baked aspect, not super greasy or anything. Or actually, maybe it is. It could be that. I particularly don't really like that. I wish I got more of the bread and more, at least maybe just like a pinch more cinnamon, but not too much. But if I had to choose between like a lot of cinnamon or no cinnamon, I'd probably choose no cinnamon. So anyways, let's go back to the product. So when I used this, I had a feeling that it was going to be too moisturizing, and I was correct. So with this product, I recommend that if you purchase it, I feel like you would have to do a base clean either with a bar of soap, shower gel, body wash, what have you. But if you were like really oily, if you were covered in mud and stuff, this just wouldn't do it for you. So how I used it is I used a Lush shower gel before then because those are a little bit stripping, and then I used this one for my second clean. I wouldn't recommend this product because it's just too hydrating. I would maybe recommend it, I guess, if you have sensitive skin. I personally wouldn't purchase this again or at all just because I like suds in my body gel shower wash and my like base clean or my second clean. So this one, I have a body scrubber, a silicone body scrubber, and this did not bubble or suds at all. So I know that bubbles don't necessarily mean that you're clean, but for me, I like having that. And I think that adds to the shower experience. So this one gave me little to no, actually virtually no sudsing action. So I wouldn't recommend this one. The scent wasn't really my thing, but for a free sample, I appreciate it. I guess people who would like this product is people who really love whipped textures. So for example, when I had this in the shower, it was almost kind of like melting into my skin, similar to, like I said earlier, a whipped body butter or maybe even like a body conditioner. The only thing is that I didn't really necessarily feel as clean as I normally do. Again, here is the texture, and of course, this is a sample size. Next one, the winner of this whole entire order. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So here we have the Sugar Mood Fruity Loops. This is the emulsifying sugar scrub. I'm not sure exactly why I thought this was going to be a foaming body scrub. I think I might have like looked at the product details wrong. So to go over, this retails as of right now, March 2024 for $14. I got it during a 50% off sale, so I paid $7, which is pretty pricey for a scrub of this size. Just know that this is a small business. Scent itself, when I read Fruity Loops, I'm picturing a berry medley mix, a little bit of lemon, and then of course, electronic note. So it could be because now the shop is taking a little break. So I'm not sure if there's supposed to be electronic milky note in here or not, but I get virtually no milkiness. But I really love that this smells more like cereal bag of like Tricks, whatever other cereal smells like Tricks that I'm like escaping me, like Fruity Pebbles and stuff. But I get a very prominent zesty like lime, maybe lemon, or like a citrus note in here that just really makes this super vibrant, happy. And this one, sometimes when you open it, it almost sounds like a tree hut scrub. So there is a little bit of like an oily texture to it. However, it shipped to me no problem. So I feel like this could be one of the ones that you need to mix up a little bit. If I were to like kind of pretend to drop some of this, the oil would come first, and then I think the scrub would eventually fall down. But I really love the scrub. Initially, I was a little bit disappointed because I wanted a slight milky lactonic note to it. My sister really liked the scent though. So I know that some Fruity Loop scent type scents in small businesses, they tend to use similar fragrance oils, and that tends to have a little bit more of like a lime zestiness to it. So picture instead of having like a bowl of cereal with milk, kind of replace it with like orange juice or something. So here it is. If I didn't go over it, these are paraben, soy-free, gluten-free, phthalate-free, cruelty-free, and vegan. So the shelf life, I'm not sure, but I would probably use it within a year, at most 2 years. And this is 6 fluid ounces. Okay, for the experience, this feels the most similar to a Tree Hut body scrub. However, if the sugar granules were much finer, so think about like maybe like slightly more than just your regular sugar that you would buy at a grocery store. So I am very heavy-handed. I probably showed you when I opened this. I use a lot, so I feel like this is such a small size that I'd probably need a little bit more. But when I tell you this is the strongest body scrub of any brand, like let alone small business, this is the strongest. Like in fragrance, my whole shower was smelling. I even called my sister over after I was done with the shower, and she smelled it as she was walking over to the bathroom. So this was insane. 10 out of 10. I rarely give 10s, but in terms of strength, this is like golden. So since this one is 14 retail price, I think the best price you could get it for is $7, so 50% off. Let me just read to you what it has. It says emulsifying shea sugar scrub, body scrub, hand scrub. So I guess you could use it specifically for your hands. Okay, so Tree Hut, I think you can get these, and these are 18 ounces for $5.99. Wow, that's a big thing. And this one is 6 ounces, but it's $7. So I thought that Tree Hut had pretty strong scents. No, this was almost like too strong. I was kind of in the shower going like, oh my gosh, am I supposed to have this much fragrance in this scrub? And it also did last. So on my skin, the scent that I was left with was a sugary, citrusy scent afterwards. So I got a little bit less of the berry dry down mix. But yeah, no, this is like super potent. I would highly recommend it. This also took the place of like a body oil, because much like the Tree Hut scrubs where you scrub, you're left with like this layer or like oily hydrated skin. So yeah, highly recommend this. My only gripe is that I wish that this was in a bigger format, because I would totally buy this up. So this was a star of the whole entire purchase. Really happy with it. Highly recommend. The scent wasn't exactly what I pictured, but I mean, there's different shops have a different spin on things. Some of them are more milky, some of them are more citrus heavy like this one. Some of them focus on the berries. So there is that. Highly recommend that one. Okay, let's go on to the frosted sugar, what does that say? Cookies, frosted sugar cookies. So this one retail price $16.75. And then this one has sweet almond oil, organic jojoba oil, vitamin E, calendula, after the shower oil. I was expecting like a lighter oil just because I've been using that more recently. However, this is a pretty thick oil, so I would say use a little bit less if you have the skin type like I do, where not a lot of stuff absorbs onto your skin. There's kind of like a max amount of hydration that my skin can tolerate. So I have this on the left side of my body right now. And I feel like this is very similar to the funnel cake, where it's a little bit light. It does smell like cookies in a sense, but not necessarily like frosted in the sense of like icing type of thing. It's more of like a slightly diluted cookie smell. I feel like it's more of like the cookie batter before it's baked. I don't really get a lot of warmth or over sweetness or anything. And despite this being an oil that I used on my skin, I feel like the scrub was a lot stronger. And I feel like the scent that is left afterwards is stronger just with the body scrub alone versus the oil. So, oh, another thing, this thing had like this safety seal, and it took forever for me to remove it, or I don't know if that's just a me thing. Another thing is that this pump doesn't have a safety seal. I don't think so. So if you turn it left or right, it doesn't lock. So you have to be very careful not to accidentally pump this out, because this will get the oil out very quickly, which I guess is a good thing if you're in the shower and your hands are a little bit like slippery and stuff. But yeah, this scent wasn't for me. Frosted sugar cookies, I feel like I wanted more of that baked cookie note versus like a raw cookie dough type of a scent. So there's that, although I appreciate that there was not a lot of cinnamon and or no cinnamon in that. Another body oil that I have, this one is cotton candy. So this one, like the other one, retails $16.75. I got it for half off. and I have that on the right side of my body. Okay, this one, it has a very light sweetness to it. The cotton candy, I don't necessarily get too much. It just smells a bit like a red berry mixed with a little bit of like a sprinkle of a blueberry in there. And then, of course, with the sweetness. But it's a very light, calm sweetness that I feel like if you don't like anything that's too sweet, I think this is good enough for you to wear like every day or for you to layer with something else. However, if you're someone who likes very strong scents, I think this isn't really for you because this is on the lighter side. However, this is stronger than the frosted sugar cookies, in my opinion. But I don't really like the frosted sugar cookie scent, so I don't really mind that that's kind of light. Yeah, so this one, I really do like the scent, and I would purchase it in a shower or in the body scrub formula. All of these don't last a terribly long time, so it does last a few hours. Nothing can beat that body scrub. But yeah, I would repurchase again in the body scrub. However, I don't think I'd purchase this cotton candy dreams in the body oil just because I tend to favor lighter weight oils, and this isn't really my favorite packaging. Next, we just have body mist. Okay, first one we have is vanilla bean swirl, which is what I currently have, and I think this is specifically for their winter collection. I'm not sure, they were 50% off. The thing with all these body sprays is that they don't really last a really long time, any of them. I think the one that lasts the longest would probably be blueberry sugar, then snow princess, and then lastly vanilla bean swirl. So these are body mists that you have to reapply. They last maybe about like 2 to 3 hours, so they're on par with the Bath & Body Works quality now. The scent of this one, a vanilla bean swirl, first let me go on to how much I paid for this. Okay, vanilla bean swirl, since it was 4 ounces, that was retail price $13.75, less half off. This one smells a lot like vanilla bean Noel. However, the opening, I don't know if it needs more of the fragrance in here or what, but I get a lot of that alcohol note on opening. I think I would prefer if it had, I don't know, like a stronger fragrance in here or maybe less alcohol. I'm not too sure. But if you look at the ingredients, the first one listed is alcohol, water, fragrance, butylene glycol, and glycerin. So I don't like putting body sprays onto my skin because I feel like it dries it out, obviously. So I spray this onto my clothes. It didn't dye or stain it or anything like that. But I feel like I really have to overspray this one. So I would not repurchase this again. However, it does smell very similar to Vanilla Bean Noel. I'm not sure how the longevity is now for Bath & Body Works because it's also been called like Vanilla Bean No Smell. But I have a feeling that this one is a little bit stronger than the Bath & Body Works one. Then again, I think you can get the Bath & Body Works one on sale for less than this and for a bigger amount. So that's all to say, I wouldn't repurchase this, and I don't really care for vanilla scents. I'm not sure exactly why I got this. I think I had to meet the minimum spend in order to get free shipping, which I believe for this shop is $35. So yeah, there's this. This is the one that lasts the least amount of time on my clothing. Next one, we have Snow Princess. I don't know if this was supposed to be a Lush dupe, but immediately when I sprayed it, I thought Lush Snow Fairy, almost like 95% identical. The difference is that this one, let's see, retail price was $8.50. I paid half off, 50% off because of the sale, 2 fluid ounces. This one lasts a significantly less time than Snow Fairy. So while Snow Fairy, I think now it's either $40 to $45 for that full size, that one's like beast mode. It projects so much. And this one, you initially think when you first spray that like, wow, this is going to be really strong. But it doesn't really project or last. It becomes a close to you type of a scent that does linger on more than Vanilla Bean Swirl. So this one I would say lasts 4 hours or so before you need to touch up. So just because it smells so similar to the Lush Snow Fairy, I would say to stick with Lush Snow Fairy. But I guess if for whatever reason you want like a phthalate free, what else did it say? Like paraben free and all that jazz. And if you want a spray version from a small shop, then maybe get Snow Princess. But I personally purchase my Snow Fairy items during Boxing Day where it's half off. And I think that's a better bang for your buck than this one. So I wouldn't repurchase it. Maybe I'd get it in the body scrub though. Okay, next one. or last one actually, we have blueberry sugar. This one, since it's in a 4 fluid ounces, retail price $13.75. Because of 50% off, I saved a lot. Okay, so to go on to the scent, the smells very similar to like blueberry Jolly Ranchers or like fruit by the foot type thing. Like this almost smells like when you spray it that you're a little bit sticky and that ants are going to crawl to you. But I feel like the blueberry is prominent enough where I feel like it's the dominant note plus added sugar. So it does smell artificial, but I feel like I enjoy the scent the most. This one lasts, or at the 4 hour mark, I feel like it lasts about the same as the Snow Princess spray, but this one is a little bit stronger, or you don't need to be as close to wherever you sprayed yourself. So for example, if I spray this on my wrist, I would have to be closer to smell Snow Princess than I were to smell blueberry sugar if I sprayed the same amount at the same time. So yeah, this one, I wouldn't repurchase it just because I feel like it doesn't last a terribly long time, and blueberry isn't like, I guess, my top scents that I want to smell like. However, I would for sure purchase it again in the body scrub because, again, like I said, my favorite thing out of my whole entire purchases was the body scrub. Okay, so here are all the items that I purchased. I ended up getting 6 items and I got gifted 1 item, which was funnel cake and the whip soap. Which ones would I repurchase? Probably the only one that I would repurchase is the Fruity Loops. That thing's just beast mode out of the shower. So I'm really excited for my sister to try it out. The only thing is that I am very heavy-handed with my scrubs and I use a lot. So I'd probably purchase a lot of those, which might not be super cost efficient. But yeah, that was just the strongest scrub I've ever smelled. I don't know if that is the case for all of the scents, but for this specific scent, it was really strong. Body oils, I didn't really care too much for them, and it took me forever to take off the safety seal cap. And I think that they're a little bit too thick of an oil. They might be better during the winter time, but for me personally, I like thinner oils, or maybe I'll just use slightly less. For the sprays, I was kind of disappointed by the longevity, so I don't think I would recommend any of them, but the one that I liked the most out of these was the blueberry sugar scent. Vanilla bean swirl, initially I thought was going to be a little bit stronger. It smells like a vanilla bean Noel dupe, but I feel like it also has longevity issues. Or maybe it's just an inch or like a leg up on the Vanilla Bean Noel from Bath and Body Works. So yeah, that is it for my review and experience with this small Etsy shop called Sugar Mood Bath and Body. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.